Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Colon with the Boys podcast. My name is Asen, and I'm here with my co-host Nathan.
What's up?
I want to thank everyone again for supporting us in the last few weeks. Been getting around, whoring around, just getting out there. We have our Discord up now, so we've had a few people joining here and there, and hopefully more join, and we can start gaming and just talking about shenanigans in our off time with you guys.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So today we have the hosts of the PWNCAST with us, which are Belle and Remedyz. For those of you that know them, and for those that don't, they're a hilarious bunch. I had a lot of fun with this podcast. I think this is the most we've laughed in an episode.
I think people that don't personally know me will get to know what it sounds like to hear me laugh, and I have a very wheezy laugh, I guess, from what I've been told. And
He squawks.
I do. Like you get to the end of the shrill of the squawk, the wheezing laugh, and I squawk, I guess. But a lot of people have told me that the way that I laugh makes them laugh. So even if they didn't think something was like super funny, like if I find it hilarious and I start laughing and I get into that squawking laugh, the other people have to laugh. They're probably just laughing at me, but they're laughing nonetheless. So
I mean, I do. when you like laugh like hardcore, I just can't help at least smile. But
right.
But Jesus, man,
Yeah,
your laugh is just like that.
It's one of my
old man 70-year-old laugh.
Been smoking his whole life.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. It's just how I laugh, I guess. It's contagious though, so I like it. And the thing, that was probably the first time I'd laughed like that in a while. It's always every now and then you get to really have a good laugh, and it was good to have one of those finally. So I had a lot of fun with the episode.
All right. Yeah. Other than that, we talked to them about the keto diet being created by Scientology. We also talked about life, and at the end of the show, we turned their own segment, which is the gauntlet, back on them. So everyone strap in and open a cold one. We're recording.
Oh my God.
How high are you both right now? That's really an important question. I feel like I need to ask.
I've never done drugs before.
The sad thing is we're not high. This is just how we are naturally.
Just a natural high.
Yeah. Actually, I was talking to Nathan about this. Yeah, I was telling him that I do feel that tonight, for some particular reason, I do feel like I'm on a natural high, because I'm in this perfect state of like comfort and sleepiness. So it's like this natural high. I don't know.
What is this comfort state you speak of? Because I don't know if I've experienced that since the 80s.
Oh, well, I guess. Are you sitting on like a stool or something? Do you not have a comfy chair?
I have a great chair. It's just my life is a series of general discomforts.
Oh,
I would imagine. Yeah.
You would imagine? That's terrible.
It's a terrible
I mean,
life.
how she's making it sound, like she's never seen comfort in her life.
4 meltdowns a week. That's actually mild.
Nice. What is that like? Like, what do you have a meltdown about? Can we get into like?
Oh, I have a 19-year-old who's a fucking nightmare.
Damn.
Entitled, knows everything, but she's a moron. And every time me and her speak or text, I get diarrhea, which is super awesome. I'm not joking. Rem, am I lying?
No, she's 100% right.
I'll disappear randomly.
It's like hot lava.
We'll be hanging out in Zoom, and I'll disappear randomly, and I'll be gone for a minute, and he'll message and be like, "Yo, you dead?" And I'm like, I got problems. And he goes, did you talk to Sabrina recently? Yes, I did. That's a real thing, guys.
Yeah, before you got here, Rem was telling us how like you like to meme a lot when you're pooping.
Yeah, and that's also how I communicate is through memes and GIFs, right? Because sometimes I don't have time to have full conversations, but I don't want the other person to think that I don't have time for them. So
Yeah,
I speak through memes, GIFs, and interpretive dance, depending on the day.
I do that a
Dance, yeah.
lot. Like if you're my friend and I don't message you often, but I randomly do sometime, it's when I'm on the toilet. Like that's just my time to be like, oh, I need to catch up with this guy. Like I haven't talked to him in a while.
I get my best ideas for all things in life. I'll literally message Rem and be like, hey, I have this great idea for this guest for the show. And he'll go, well, that's super random. Well, actually, it's about that time for like my morning poos. So you're getting like the best of the best, dude. It's like right after I drank my coffee, right after I have my ADD meds, like I'm at my peak.
It's so fucking scary when she's a top notch, like with her ADD meds. Oh my god, it's gnarly. But if she disappears when we're gaming and I see something pop up on Facebook or Twitter, I'm like, oh yeah, she went to the bathroom.
She's pooping.
I definitely feel
and
like
I tag everybody I know where the meme is relevant. So if it's a Rem meme, it goes on Rem's Facebook, and if it's a Heather meme, it goes on Heather's Facebook. Wherever the meme's appropriate.
Yeah, I definitely feel like my best ideas always come in the most inconvenient times to where I can't do anything about it. Like the best thing I can do is write it down on my phone because like Nathan's at work, so I can't share it with him. And I can't do anything at work except like listen to podcasts.
Oh, you don't message him at work?
Oh, I do, but he doesn't check his phone because he's a shithead.
Yeah. Okay, so when I'm at work, like I literally shut my phone off because of the job that I do. Like I have to focus on what I'm doing. And like I don't take long shits. I've never been that person. Like it bugs the shit out of me when it says like, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like, all right, well, I'll be, yeah, literally. I was like, I guess I'll talk to him in about 15 fucking minutes. Like,
hell yeah.
Holy shit, there's something I wanted to say, but he's gone. So
that's my throne.
In full disclosure, though, it only takes about 45 seconds for the actual poop.
Yeah, actually, that's probably true.
The rest of it is Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I do like to take Snapchat selfies on the potty. I'm very proud of those.
God.
I always make sure I show all the embarrassing feminine products in the picture because those are things that are very taboo for women, and they're very afraid for boys to know what goes on between, in a private situation for women. Listen. Boys aren't shocked about what goes on, okay? They're very aware.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, yeah. I own that. But I find it funny because somebody will message and be like, hey, did you know, your feminine cloths? They'll even say the word feminine cloths. Look, it's my badge wipes, dude. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
My badge wipes.
Like, be happy that I'm using them, right? Because it could be a thing where I don't use them, and then you should really question. Yeah, I think most of the potty time is just solace from children. And I don't know if you guys have kids, but I have 5.
Do not.
Nope.
Don't ever do it, guys. Someday your wives will say, honey, let's have children. This sounds like a great idea. And you will fucking run in the other direction because
already there.
It's awful.
Yeah, I've got my older sibling that has kids, and I have a bunch of friends that have kids, and I don't see any of them ever. So I decided not to have kids so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Whatever I do.
Rem loves my children, and my children love him to pieces, and I don't know why either of them like each other, to be honest.
Because I'm one of them.
It's true.
Shit.
It's true.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
Could he be your son?
He really could, and I think I told one of you. I'm not sure who. I know, like Nathan, like tells me when it's him in the messages, but
yeah,
I had made Rem. I had told them how I realized why you put up with my shit, because being friends with me is tough. Like I'm a lot, guys. I'm a lot of drama. I'm neurotic. I am OCD. Like I'm a lot of things. So the fact that I even have a friend, let alone a couple,
it's mentally fucking exhausting.
It's
oh my god!
You just offended like every female.
Right. Well, no, that's the offset to that, though. Well, there's times when I'm sensitive and I let him know ahead of time because, Rem's a dick. I'll tell him, look, I'm having a sensitive day, so I need you to just not do those normal things. I just need you to be the opposite of you.
And depending on my mood, that's either a initiation to do that, or okay, I need to back off.
Or he just won't speak to me because he knows he's going to set me off. But him and me and his mom are we're pretty much twins. She's the older version of me. And once I had a full conversation with her, I realized why he puts up with my shit, because he's used to that. That's just, we naturally gravitate to what we know. So I think I'm a drop in the bucket really compared to his mom. She's on a whole, she's gold, really.
She's insane. She's fucking insane. I love her.
She recently got her nose pierced and Rem messages me. And I said, so about your mom's nose piercing. And he goes on this huge rant. It was so amazing.
Wait. My girlfriend just got a nose piercing. Am I your dad?
I mean...
Wait.
Well, it's...
if you can pay for my sub, we can arrange that.
Oh, nice.
Funny that you mentioned that, because I don't really know that Rem knows his dad.
Oh.
Actually, yeah, I don't.
Oh, you do.
So
you
could
met
be.
him.
No, I don't. He's good at hide and seek.
See, you guys are related. It's confirmed. You guys heard it here first.
Well, I'm pretty good at hide and seek, so that's a possibility, I guess.
Where were you mid-year of 91?
Wait, when?
Like mid-year of 91, because I was born 92.
Mid-year of 91, I was
Swapping.
six months old.
Well, then that debunks that.
Is this another situation where I'm the oldest person in the room?
Yeah, it is.
That's super fucking awesome. I can't
sorry.
wait to continue to grow older. I'm so excited for next year. I can't stand it.
Internally, I'm older than you, though.
You really are an old man. He's right. Rem is old. By 8:30, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to bed," and everybody makes fun of him. It's like, of course,
that's me,
Grandpa Rem.
I feel like we get that all the time too. That we feel older, because I'm about to turn 27 at the end of this month, and Nathan is turning 27 in July. So
yeah, you both are 12.
Yeah. I heard you say that.
Anybody
I was
that's
like,
younger
I guess
than me is 12. Anybody that's older than me is old as fuck.
Yeah. And then what if someone's the same age as you?
That's a good question. Ooh,
They're a beautiful soul.
They're a beautiful.
my mind's
soul.
blown right now.
Kindred spirits, yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
How
that
did
I've
you
ever
guys
considered
meet?
that. How did we meet, Rem?
Well, I recall it as I joined this group that I'm not going to endorse them at the moment, but it was Blizz Nerds, and I joined that group, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to try and be social in this group." Blah blah blah. Make some friends in WoW again, because all my friends had left at that point in WoW, and I fell into her little clique of friends, and then I found out how shitty people were there, and I ended up just joining her and her friends on Argent Dawn, and that was right after BlizzCon in 2015, and after that, it's been fucking forever and ever.
So you guys play on an EU server, living in the States? Argent Dawn's EU, right?
No, the Argent Dawn's
no, Argent Dawn NA.
What's the?
Okay.
Yeah, I messed it up when I was looking that up. What's the RP server that's in EU, like the most popular one? I thought it was Argent Dawn, but
I think
guess
it is
not.
Argent Dawn.
So Argent Dawn is most popular for EU side, but no, we're not the Moon Guard of US. We are the lesser of the two.
Yeah, we're not even the Wormers Accord. We're
honestly, Argent Dawn isn't even really an RP server. The normal players kind of.
It really
took it
isn't.
over.
It's funny. It's funny you say that, because I've been on Moonguard for like 8 years, and
oh boy,
Nathan as well. But I've played Alliance my entire like WoW career, but I just went Horde because I wanted to play Nightborn. So
that's why we people. Because
don't even fucking get started on Nightborn.
That's why we. Why are you such a hater? Listen,
they're so dope.
We're people because I'm obsessed with all things Suramar, right? Like 150%. So I'm with you. I am playing. Well, when I say I'm playing, it's casually, just because time wise. But I did roll a horde for, playing the Nightborn. Her name is Belle, which I thought was super thoughtful.
Hell yeah.
I spelled it wrong though, and I had to name changer. Rem was like,
yeah,
you spelled it wrong, right? And I'm like
it was like Belly Asandi.
I sent him a picture because I'm so proud of this name, and I'm like, Rem's gonna dig this shit. I sent it to him, and he's like, you spelled it wrong, and I'm like, fuck your fucking couch.
Man, I sound like the Rem in this situation.
Yeah, I think it is.
Fuck your couch. But yeah, that is how we became friends. I, being a guild master, I don't get the luxury of going server to server, finding, new people. I kind of have to bring friends that want to play with me to me because I'm never going to move my guild. So, we had, I think we hosted a party for these guys that, him and I met each other through, and, which we don't talk about those people anymore, but, yeah, we just started hanging out, and I'm like the Force, right? I can't kill people, unfortunately, and I don't have no mind tricks, and I can't like levitate and all that other cool shit. And I finally watched Last Jedi and seen that fucking projection shit that happened at the end, and that was dope, but I can't do that. But
spoilers.
Right. Spoilers, which I don't know if it's spoilers
after the fact.
But I tend to collect people.
Uh-huh.
And when I say that, it sounds creepy, like I don't wear their skin or anything. But I do.
They're all in your closet.
You wouldn't be the Force. You'd be General Grievous because he collects lightsabers.
Like I collect people.
Like another addition to my collection.
I collect people that I vibe with, and I don't have many female friends. In fact, I have 2. But I don't vibe with a lot of females just because I'm not
one of those, by the way, guys.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I was supposed to be born a man. Something happened in utero, and that's not what happened. But I just that's just not my life. I'm not, luckily my husband is he's always been understanding and just knowing like, this is my wife. My wife just doesn't vibe with chicks, and so he's always, but I mean, he's friends with all my friends, so it's not that big of a deal. But I kind of I just absorbed Rem and some other people, and like now it's like it's going on 3 years now. I think we've been best friends, and it's really just because he puts up with my shit and he gives it back. And I think a lot of people are under the impression that he doesn't, because people always email me and they're like, "You're so mean to Rem on the show."
Oh my God.
She's the Ike Turner in the
Yeah,
relationship.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's not like he's Tina. I mean, seriously. It's just because he's showing the public his best face, right? He's not showing the public the shit that he does to me. So people just see like, here's this bossy gamer chick who's like beating him into submission and he's oppressed. And it's like, really? Because he makes me rage at least 3 times a week on purpose.
At least.
Well, saying you collect people, and you sound like Hannibal Lecter or something.
It is a little, I don't eat them, right? Because that would be super weird or entertaining, I guess, depending on the nature. But I just like, I feel like there's not very many people in the universe that you vibe with on a really, really deep level. And I think
I agree.
Find those people that you just need to keep them in your universe. Being the podcast, when it started to grow in popularity, not like we're all craft or anything, but I started to find that people were coming into my life that thought that I could do things for them, and I didn't know what that was like because I'd never been like, I'm nobody. I don't know,
like the go-to.
Yeah, and then when I started at Method, all of a sudden, all these people had, even famous people, were following me on Twitter and wanted to be friends with me and wanted to hang out at BlizzCon. And I'm like, last year I was dog shit to you. I can't give anything to you. Like, I'm nobody important. I have no weight or anything that I can hold to help you with anything that you need. So Rem had been there during some tough lessons that I had to learn with who were my friends and who weren't my friends. And there's a lot of things that were just kind of happening in that time. And when you find those people that, you can do life with, right? And it doesn't have to be like we don't have to call each other every single day to know that, we're friends. But if he doesn't text me every day, I might scream at him and tell his mom.
Yeah.
She has done that.
I told his mom. I have no shame. He deleted me from Facebook, and I told his mother, and she went in there. She went in there with a belt, and she attacked him with a belt. It was amazing.
Facebook official delete. It's over.
Damn.
No, so I had done it to prove a point. So we had people that left the guild and they did this little mutiny pretty much. And I said something like, "Oh, we should like cut off ties, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Oh, we're gonna move them from Facebook. They're not even gonna notice. It's not even gonna matter." So like, "Oh, okay." So I moved her from Facebook, and sure shit, she didn't notice for 2 days.
Wow. Like, I completely. You guys sound like my kind of people, honestly. Like all this drama, all this like people leaving guilds. Like, this is what Moonguard is made of. Okay.
Do
Yep,
you guys
pretty
have
much.
that? Do you suffer through that drama?
Oh
my God. Okay, so I'm on Moonguard, and I actually am an RPer.
You lie.
I lie. What do you mean?
Can I be in your guild? I have a
I don't have a guild anymore.
I have an RP tune. Her name is Bottom Bitch.
Yeah,
She's
that
a
wouldn't
gold
fly real
Sharon rat.
Do you want to
gold
guess what her
Sharon rat.
RP story is if you know what the term
I can
bottom
only-
bitch means?
I can only imagine.
Do you both know what bottom bitch means?
Yes.
If not, I need you both to Google right now, and then you're going to laugh hysterically when you find out what that actually means, and then you're going to know exactly what her story is. Okay, so you are an RPer.
Okay.
Mhm. She
Yes.
was telling you to continue.
Okay. So
I was letting you know that I was actively listening.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm an RPer. I used to run an RP guild for like 2.5 years, and I'm not going to go into any details on that, but like, there's just a lot of drama that happens on on RP servers because people get very invested in their stories and their characters. And I actually met my current girlfriend. We met from Moonguard, and now we live together, and we've been together for about 2 years. So that's a
That's
thing.
pretty awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always heard those stories from people that got married meeting through WoW. I was like, what fucking nerds. And now my best friend met his girlfriend through an RP server on WoW and probably will end up getting married. You're a fucking nerd, you know that?
Well, I know, and you know I'm a
it's
huge
all fun
fucking
and
nerd.
games until someone buys a fucking plane ticket.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much how it happened.
Kind of, yeah. I like the first time we actually met, we left together and moved in together 7 days later. So
Jesus.
Interesting. I like that.
Well, we were together like online for about 7 months where it was like long distance, which sucked. But yeah, that's a little WoW love story there for you.
In the interest of full disclosure, I'm super judgy when it comes to online dating, right?
Sure.
I don't know why I'm like that. I have no reason to be. I just feel like it's one of those things where I need to be the old Jewish woman and just be super judgy and just give people a look that says I don't.
She's very
So
she's very Amish in her.
I just feel like there's a lot of
process for
things
that.
where I'm unconventional, as you guys are well aware. But there's some things where I'm super traditional. Like I believe that, women should be taking care of the home while the men can help. Like there's certain ideals that I have that I think that we as a society should observe those traditions because I think that those things are important. But the women who burn their bras are not my friends. They don't like that. When I say, why is your man making your dinner every night? Why are you not in the kitchen? They don't like that either. I just feel a certain way. Like, I think it's cool if the men help. But I feel like even though I work, I still do. I pull my weight as far as what my role is that I believe is the woman's job is to take care of the home. But I was very super judgy. But I can't really be too judgy because my husband was a one night stand. So
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it right there.
it was a
Real quick. Hey, Anna, if you're listening to this, rewind about 25 seconds and then hit play again and listen to it in a loop.
Oh my God.
Am I going to get you in trouble?
Yeah, probably.
Anna, you don't have to do shit for him. Don't listen to what he says. You
she
don't
knows.
have to do shit for him. You make him do it his damn self.
His wife is a fucking angel. He better be like fucking happy.
Yeah.
Oh, does she do all the good wifely things?
Yeah, she does. I'm spoiled. Like, I'm literally the spoiled child. Like, if I didn't have my wife, I wouldn't be able to operate day to day. She literally takes care of me like a child. I feel bad because...
That's what women's jobs are, though. That's what we are supposed to do. We were born and bred. Yes, we can be independent. I work. My husband does not because for any other reason other than that is the choice and roles because I wanted to go further in my career and he let me. So, it was difficult in the beginning for him to adjust being a man and swapping roles like that. But I still do take care of the house stuff and those kinds of things. But, it's cool when people don't do that. But I could never imagine letting my husband cook dinner.
Yeah.
I don't want to die either, though. So, I mean.
That's Belle. I don't know how well he cooks.
I personally like to cook. Like my girlfriend likes really simple stuff. She likes your mac and cheese.
Pizza.
Like really just like kid food. And
So
I'm the
her and
one
my
that
husband
likes.
would get along because my
Whoa,
husband's
mac and cheese is delicious.
it's-
Okay.
No,
Right,
it is.
simple fare, not like where I'm a super foodie. So all the stuff I post on Snapchat, people are like, "Is this a cooking show you're posting?" No, dude, this is my kitchen. But I'm extra when it comes to food. I'm like Salt Bay. Like
Yeah,
I'm
she's
super
extra.
extra in the kitchen. So
Yeah, I like
Can-
to
can
cook
confirm.
and try new things and things like that. So like I'm kind of the cook if anyone's cooking anything. So it's whatever. I don't mind switching roles on things like that at all.
I mean, I make a mean bowl of Cheerios.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's the way to do it. It's a hard meal to master, you know.
it is because you don't want the Cheerios to get soggy. And
Yeah,
most
that's
people
true.
forget that you should put your sugar in your Cheerios and you shouldn't mix it because the best part of that is scooping your spoon across the bottom of the bowl.
Yes.
And then on the end of your spoon is a little lump of sugar that
Yeah.
goes very well with the Cheerios.
It's how you get diabetes. Okay?
This girl knows what she's talking about.
Like that, any kind of like curds of that kind, like a little curd of something at the bottom of the bowl, it just makes me want to gag every time.
What
Like
the
a bowl of
Or something like a floater. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, the
Or
floater
like
is different than a pile of yummy sugar on the end of your spoon.
It's
Well,
like
I
a
guess.
chocolate
Sure.
chip cookie dough milkshake. When you finish the milkshake and all the little cookie dough crumbles are at the bottom still.
See,
You get
that's
to
not
spoon 'em
bad.
out.
that's not bad. But when I have like a protein shake and there's like a little
I agree
clump of
with that.
like powder that hasn't disintegrated.
Yeah, you
oh
break it
my
apart and
God.
just it's all dried out in the middle. Yeah, just the powder.
I agree because I won't eat or drink anything that's the end of something. Like if I'm eating
Yeah.
a burger, I will never take the last bite. If I'm drinking
no.
something, I never drink it all the way to the bottom. If I'm drinking a beer, there's a good little, I'd say about
That's a waste.
there's like a half inch that I
Well-
won't drink. And I agree with you because all the bad stuff's at the bottom that you spit back out when you drink and shit that
Yeah.
flies into wherever from, whatever's going
Why
on
do you
in
have
your
so much
house,
backwash?
especially if you have dogs. I have a husky, so I'm pretty sure I eat about 34 of her
A whole bunch
hairs
of
per
hair.
meal. But I think everything is weird like that settles at the bottom. But the Cheerios with the sugar, it's all goodness.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
with cereal, I like the whole like milk that's left at the end, and you just drink it down. And it tastes like your cereal, and I understand with the drinks, like leaving a little bit at the bottom. I think I do the same thing most of the time, but I do not understand the burger thing. That like I don't understand that at all.
All right, Rem's not new to this because I told you guys I'm neurotic, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
here's what happens to the burger. So when you get to the very bottom, all the ketchup, the mayonnaise, the mustard, the liquid from your tomato, the liquid from if they didn't dry the lettuce all the way, and the liquid from the onion. The tomato's really bad because the onion, and if you have bacon, it'll start to like macerate the tomato while it's sitting on the burger. So by the time you get to that very last piece, you're getting soggy bread that's soaked with all the juice of the things that was on the bread. And it's no longer the burger flavor that you're used to. Why would you want to ruin your perfect burger experience by the last
I
bite?
don't think that much about it.
The last bite being mushy and like paste in your mouth, right?
I'm fucking dying over here. I don't think about this shit that much. Holy
You
hell.
get too complex with the food that you eat. Holy shit.
So the long story short of that would probably be just soggy bread is bad.
It was much better the way she explained it, though.
Because
I was like,
it's
wow, all
really
that shit. I mean,
important is the story and the delivery, because that makes it
Yes.
great whether or not somebody remembers that story.
I will remember that story forever.
Right. And next time you eat a burger, I bet you $50 right now, neither one of you eat that very last bite.
Don't make that bet because I'll eat it.
And it's in your brain. You won't even be able to escape it. It will just be a thing.
it
don't-
depends on how hungry I am, I guess.
I
Yeah,
no
no.
longer eat the buns on hamburgers, so
Would you get like a
you get
protein?
bunless burger? Yeah, you just have everything
just
on
wrapped
there
in
without the bun.
lettuce?
No, you just like the patty like a steak.
I don't understand.
well,
what
because
you're
like
saying to me.
In-N-Out, you can get the protein burger, and instead of like the bun, they wrap it in lettuce and
That's
shit.
not a fucking
Yeah, I
protein
don't-
burger. Quit calling it something California fancy. It's not a
No, that's what
A
it's
burger,
called.
by very nature, what makes it a burger is the fact that it is meat sandwiched between two pieces of bread. It doesn't even have to, like, it could be sandwich bread if you're broke.
Or lettuce.
I'm not judging if you want to use sandwich bread sometimes.
Or lettuce, okay?
No, that's
Well,
not
like
a
there's
burger.
another burger place where instead of the buns they have 2 giant portobello mushrooms.
No.
What the fuck?
Wrapping your
Is it
protein burger in lettuce just makes it a fucking salad with meat on it. That's what it makes.
No, it makes it pure protein, no carbs. So
Fucking Nathan Wheezy over here. Jesus Christ.
Die if somebody. This is why I don't live in California, or why I don't like try to do things that are outside of like my lifestyle, because I can't handle. You eat a burger with no bread?
no,
Okay,
I didn't say I
let
didn't.
me-
I just
let
said
me-
it's on the fucking menu.
Let me preface this real quick. So, I started like a weight loss journey probably 7-8 years ago. I was always really heavy in high school. I went from like 265, 270 pounds. I got all the way down to 185, 180,
Damn.
somewhere around there. I was in the gym. I became a meathead, and I was the guy that nobody fucking liked, the muscle dickhead and stuff. And then I got married. The whole reason for me going to the gym was to eventually find a hot wife and get married, which I did. And now since I'm married and I no longer have to find a wife, I've kind of went slack and gained most of all of that back. And so I started back on this keto plan.
Oh
And,
God, me and you cannot be friends right now. I cannot even. You cannot be one of those Scientology Nazis
What?
I'm not. It's
telling me to use cauliflower for my taco shell.
That's
Fuck
funny because I
off.
eat mashed cauliflower every day,
Get
but
the fuck out of here.
the reason why I'm doing it is it allows me to have, like, I like fatty foods, and the keto diet allows me to eat, your steaks, mayonnaise, everything that's fatty, you still get to eat. And I can get rid of the bread. It's not that big a deal, but
Listen, let me
so
tell you
that's why I'm
something
trying
about
it.
diets. I gotta tell you something about diets, and I'm gonna be really honest with you. So I'm somebody who struggled with my weight my whole life because I'm a girl and I've had kids, right? And everybody knows when you have children, stuff goes left when you want it to go right. It just is human
Right.
nature and gravity, right? Your body's never the same. It just is what it is. Like, goodbye, bikinis, those things are not a thing anymore. Some women have that ability, right? That they don't get that
Right?
side effect. I'm gonna call it a side effect, right? Because I don't know what else to call it. But other women like myself, it just stays in, like, I have baby weight for my 16-year-old still. So it just is what it is. But here's the thing about that. I've struggled with my weight, and I'm a very vain person. So my happiness is kind of wrapped in my weight because my vanity, right?
Right.
So I did start doing, I went to the gym. I eat pretty good most of the time. I eat a lot of tacos. I eat a lot of steak. I eat probably things that are not good for you, but I'm in the neighborhood of, pretty healthy. But if
Right.
I'm going to go to the fucking gym 3-4 times a week and I'm going to fucking sweat balls with other sweaty, very unfriendly smelling individuals that do not look good when they work out. People are not cute when they work out, guys. Nobody wants
They're
to
not.
your
Yeah,
poop
no.
face. Like, it's just not cute. So I feel like if I'm going to put myself through that, I'm going to eat a fucking slice of bread, and I'm going to eat 2 slices of bread, and I'm going to put butter on that, and I'm going to put peanut butter, and I'm going to put all the other shit I'm not supposed to have on there because you know what? I went to the gym. I do give you kudos for doing a thing, but
Yeah,
eat what
right now.
you like and just enjoy your life. We are not built as humans to eat sugar-free and gluten-free and vegan and fucking
I don't do that
flavor-free.
shit.
I can't.
Just don't eat.
I can't eat
I
air,
just don't eat
guys.
bread.
Just don't eat sugar-free gummy bears. Okay.
We're both on keto right now. Like, I'm doing keto as well, by the way.
Wait, both of you, or you mean you
Yeah.
and your wife?
No, both of us.
Get the fuck out of here!
I actually, out of anything I've ever tried before, I really like keto. I like
You
the
should just
foods.
stick your finger down your throat and throw up. Like, honestly,
Oh my god.
if you're gonna commit to something, like, commit proper. Back in the old days when they didn't name shit like gluten, everybody's allergic to gluten. All of a sudden, we've been even eating gluten since the fucking days of the dinosaur. But all of a sudden, now the whole world's allergic to gluten, and it's bad for you. Listen, go binge and purge. At least you'll be happy. Ah.
Oh my god.
I don't know about y'all, but I might have some spam for lunch tomorrow. Shit.
That honestly
No,
sounds really
it's like, okay, so the whole gluten thing, like what I've heard about that is that we've just like stuff like Monsanto, like the grains we're making now are so complex that it just makes really complex carbs, and that's where these gluten allergies come from.
Well, it's so very fucking rare for it to actually affect you.
Right.
But people are on that bandwagon where it's like, oh, it's gluten, it's bad, it sounds bad.
I have no idea what gluten even means. So
nothing.
Exactly.
Nobody knows what it means. Not even the fucking scientists. Nobody knows what gluten means. Nobody knows. It's just like this thing. They read on Facebook that Dr. Oz said not to eat gluten because it's bad.
My mom loves
It's
Dr. Oz. Okay.
It's totally reputable.
Oh man,
I can't believe you guys keto. I'm so disappointed.
I'm sorry.
It's a fad though that's like sweeping the country. Another one of my friends posted that she was on keto, and I did a physical eye roll, and then I posted a comment. I posted a comment to let her know, although you didn't see me, I literally eye rolled when I read your post. If you're healthy and happy, that's really all that matters. But you should love yourself at any weight.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's not true. I think that's one of my biggest drives to lose weight again is because I was at the bad, I got to extremely good, and I've slipped back to the bad, and now I'm just like, I'm fucking pissed at myself because I'm not at that level anymore. So that's what drives me to get back down.
That's how I felt at BlizzCon last year. I was 173 pounds at BlizzCon, which is the heaviest I've ever been. And because I'm vain, that was really tough for me. I did learn very quickly that, it doesn't matter if you're chubby, you could still be the life of the party. But
it's true.
I do, the vanity factor, it's a huge deal. And I totally 100% get that. I understand, like I speak to that on a deep level because there was times last BlizzCon where like my friend had to push me out of the room because I was so self-conscious. I'm down to 138 as of this morning, but I don't want to go any lower than that. Part of that was gym, and the other half of that was my ADD medication. So I can't even say I didn't work super hard, guys. This just started, coming out.
You could get down to like 90 pounds by doing that thing you told me to do, put your finger down your throat.
Just hurt yourself.
Trust me, I tried in high school, and I was really bad at it because I would get mad that I would spend all this time eating food just to throw it back up. It was really frustrating for me as a person.
Yeah, I don't understand that
and
at all.
And then I thought about being anorexic, but like I smell somebody opening up a bag of potato chips, and I'm like hauling ass downstairs, and I'm like, can I have some?
I don't want to make the analogy of comparing you to a dog, but that's what my dogs do. Like you rattle a chip bag and they come running.
It's true. But as long as you guys are healthy.
Yeah.
I love food too much to fucking go on any type of diet. Like,
well, this is the thing. Like most diets have a lot of food that you just have to figure out what you like within that diet. Like, obviously you can't have like fast food every day. You know what I mean?
Oh, even I wouldn't anyway. Like the food. I think Rem does, but I think that's more of convenience because of his work. Once he moves to Arizona,
Jack in the Box with Del Taco.
Well, once he moves to Arizona, he'll be at the house. He'll come here for dinner, I'm sure, so that he doesn't have to always eat fast food. But I agree. I think fast food in general is not really good for you. So I typically have it like Friday or, I'll save like one day of the week for that to be my Culver's night where I ask the husband to go get Culver's or,
Yeah, for lunch, I'll get like, just get the dollar menu. I'll just get like a sandwich or something from Jack in the Box.
So
but I usually get like poke or some type of sushi for lunch.
Poke's good, sushi's good.
Or I have a Hawaiian place I go to out in California. It's called the Coconut Cafe. You get some spam, eggs, and rice, some soy sauce.
They serve spam in restaurants out there?
Yeah, it's because it's a Hawaiian cuisine. They put spam in everything out there.
Spam's in a can. How can it be cuisine?
Hello, because it's fucking delicious.
No,
I do love spam.
I haven't eaten it in a long time.
It's not like cuisine, like fancy cuisine. It's just cuisine, like their plates and their types of food. But it's mostly the fish and the poke is actually from Hawaii. So
it's really weird.
Like, funnily,
I don't like hot dogs unless they're kosher because if you get non-kosher hot dogs, it's all the ass, lips, and elbows of all of the animals.
That's why I like it.
They just mush it together to make a hot dog, and I can't fathom eating ass, lips, and elbows. And spam is essentially the same thing. but spam is delicious, and I can get over the fact that it's like gelatinous, right? And there's probably things that go on at the spam factory that I would.
Oh, dude,
don't want to know.
Yeah, spam is one of those things where it's like I know what it is, but I don't.
Yeah, and you don't ask questions. Never go look up spam on the internet to try to figure out. Like, don't ever watch How It's Made where they have the spam episode, because then your life will be ruined. But it's delicious.
Funnily enough, I was actually grocery shopping the other day, and I saw some spam, and I'm like, that actually sounds pretty good. And then I I'm on keto, so I looked at the back of it, and I'm like, holy fuck, this has a lot of fucking carbs in it.
Yeah, you could eat that.
Like, I can't be having this shit
for a week, according to your Scientology diet.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I believe the spaceship's coming back. We're all getting sneakers. Like,
This
it's
is
gonna
what
happen.
happens when Tom Cruise is left in charge of anything, guys.
Oh shit!
He's our prophet. It's cool. We got it going on.
The kid from 2.5 Men. It's really not important or not even related, but my husband randomly has knowledge, and it's like my knowledge, where sometimes I'll tell you some shit and you're like, what? How do you even know that? But he is really random with his knowledge. And he was like, hey, you know that 2.5 Men kid? And I'm like, yeah. This was like, when was 2.5 Men famous? Like 6 years ago?
Something like that.
He's like a grown man now, and he's like a Scientologist freak who like freaked out.
Oh my god.
He freaked out on an interview and told everybody to stop watching 2.5 Men, that it was like changing people's brain chemistry, and he totally had a 12 stage like mothership is coming down. We need to drink our Kool-Aid and cover ourselves up with sheets because we are going to the mothership to ride that comet. Like, he was all the way crazy now.
I mean,
what did he like worship like Zoltan?
Yeah, but I
or
heard it's
something?
because he went on the keto diet.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Keto diet, like, causing you to do this shit. Like, what? No.
Just kidding. I mean, it might have been. I don't know.
It might have been.
Besides, like, fucking the keto diet being tied to Scientology sucks, but I'm still gonna support the keto diet because
Is it seriously tied to Scientology?
I don't know if it is. It's
I think she's just making this shit up, right?
I would never
Probably.
do that.
I feel like you wouldn't.
Scientology.
You're an honest
as a
person.
means to get consumers to buy organic shit and to send your children home on Valentine's Day with organic candy because you live in a rich neighborhood and all the mothers bought organic candy for the children.
The fuck?
And my son, I go to steal his candy like a good parent, and I open it and it's like organic chocolate, and I'm like, get your fucking organic out of my chocolate.
Just give me a Reese's.
Yeah, so I texted my friend. I'm like, yo, is this normal for the parents in this neighborhood to give out organic shit? Because I don't want you pushing your organic bullshit on my children. Like, I need you to get away.
Yeah.
Are you the type of people that pass out toothbrushes on Halloween?
On special occasions like that, because it's taboo to children and because it feels good, because they know that they're, parents don't let them have that. When I give my kids candy, I want them to get the sugar rush, and I want them to feel like they're getting that little bit of rebellion, not give them some bullshit sugar-free, all natural cocoa made from fucking koala shit or whatever it is that's said on that package.
Koala shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, like I live in
good though. I won't lie.
I live in Seattle, and like they have like 2 organic aisles at the grocery store, and it's literally the same shit repackaged and made like 3 times more expensive.
Do you know why? Because Seattle's full of stoners and they don't know the difference.
I know. There's like a weed shop on every corner.
Because the best weed
next to
in
like
the
a coffee
country
shop
comes from Seattle, and that's not a lie.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
some of the best weed in the country comes from specific parts of Washington.
Probably. That's probably true.
But yeah, stoners don't pay attention to that shit. They don't care.
Whoa, it's organic. I'm down.
it's organic,
Some organic
man.
stuff is good though. Like I do like my olive oil is organic for no other reason, not because it's fancy, but just because it is more natural, and I feel like the food does taste better. But I can't afford organic.
Yeah, that's just your mind talking to you. It's not actually. It doesn't taste any better. You're just
careful. You're drifting towards Scientology, the mothership.
I can tell you that I eat bread when I want to eat a piece of bread. In fact, after we're done recording, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to eat like 5 slices of bread in your guys' honor, and I'm going to just
make sure you tweet it.
Yeah, make sure you tweet. You're having bread in our honor. Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know about all that Scientology crap, but like, so you guys do your podcast. Do you guys also stream, right?
Yeah, I mean, Rem streams more than I do just because
Kinda.
he streams.
Um,
No, I don't even think he's ever missed a stream day. I don't understand streaming. And because I don't understand streaming, it's hard for me to do it. But I know that I'm being told that I have to do that so that people can, like, you know, connect, I guess.
You're visual.
Yeah, but it
so
doesn't make sense to me. I don't like watching people stream. But
well, when we went with the show going live on Twitch, it helps to build up the community on Twitch to actually stream, because it gets more consecutive days and it broadens the audience and all that good stuff. But I kind of enjoy streaming. I see the point of it and I see the good of it. But there's basically like 3 different types of streamers where they're either entertaining, they're either professional players, they have the abilities to actually teach people, or they're playing a brand new game and people want to see it. Right. And we're not professional at all. Like, fuck, dude, we're so bad at the game. So it falls in between being informative and entertaining. And I mean, most of the time it's mostly the listeners that watch the show regardless. But your streaming's pretty fun when you're able to get a conversation about, like, for me, I always talk about like the story or the lore when it comes to Warcraft. And it's just fun to have a conversation and discussions about that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're still really fresh on the streaming platform in terms of podcast.
Not really, because we streamed before.
Well, I mean, in terms of consecutively keeping it going. I
streamed for a really long time solo on PWNCAST. Like a really long time.
I'm talking about when we're good now.
But then there was stuff happened in my life, and I had built up a small, a little modest audience where we had 20, 30 people every time I streamed RBGs, so that's easy. That's easy as far as getting people in the channel, because you have a nerdy white girl gamer who's literally fucking screaming, raging at the fucking computer. But I don't understand streaming on the large and what the obsession is. I do watch a couple of streamers. Obviously, I watch my Method Boys. Like, there's things that I do watch, but that's for support of them. I actually hate the streaming community as a whole because I don't.
You just alienated.
No. I'm not talking about the watchers. I'm talking about the community. And this is no secret, guys. I tweet about it all the time. It's not a secret that I don't like the bureaucracy, and I don't like the politics, and I don't like the fake that is this world, because I'm not built to smile at you when I want to stab you in the fucking throat. Like, I'm the type of person that if I don't like you, you know it because I tell you. There's 2 very, very famous individuals that I have not spoken a word to, and I have to work with one, not constantly, but I don't speak anything outside of work. I don't like you. You know I don't like you. You don't like me. We're cool. Don't tweet to me. I won't tweet to you. Let's not pretend like we're besties. Just for the sake of name dropping you so that I get more followers, because if I don't name drop you, people are going to think I'm not important. Look, I don't need Twitter to validate me as a person, right? I have kids that validate me. Like, I'll be their most popular person. But yeah, there's a lot of politics in the industry in general that we don't play by those rules. And because we don't play by those rules, that's why we're not, rolling in the dough when it comes to this kind of stuff. Right. Because I don't play by their rules. I don't sell out. We don't do those kinds of things, and I'm vocally against it on the show. In fact, with even those without pinkies, it's not.
Wait, oh my! Jesus Christ!
Without pinkies, please. I'm enthralled now.
You'll put it together one day.
I got it. He didn't get the joke, but I got it.
I have to be more slick on my shade, because although we don't want to play by their rules, I don't want to make waves because of the Method connection. So I try to respect Daddy Scott and make sure that he doesn't ever get mad at me because I say some stupid shit and because I'm attached to Method. So.
I didn't know he's attached to Method.
Scott?
He runs it, or he owns it, I think.
No, not Scott.
You're all no. There is no connection. Of the pinky.
He's still on the pinky.
I'm still on the pinky over here.
In fact, there is an underlying mutual hate.
Oh, really?
Between those 2 parties, but that has nothing to do with me. I hated other said party a long time ago because I met said party in person and I know what he's really about. And that's another thing. If you guys ever see me talk shit on the show and you catch on to who I'm talking about, I never randomly hate somebody. There's always a reason.
Oh, there was that one person.
No, there's always, and it's usually a reason that was not public, meaning I saw something that the public didn't, and it usually has to do with being disingenuine.
Next episode, she's gonna be like, "There's these two fucks. I did their fucking podcast, and they fucking offended me with their keto Scientology bullshit."
They're fucking cultists that tried to get us to drink their Kool-Aid and we wouldn't.
Hey, just because you're in a cult doesn't mean you have friends, guys. Okay.
I feel like when you're doing something, even if like we're not important, right? I have no mistake about that. I don't believe that we're anybody special, but I feel like even if one person is listening to you, there's a responsibility there. And I feel like part of that responsibility is to be genuine. There's no, this Belle and this Rem, this is not like a secondary individual for the internet.
Right.
Like the only thing you're getting different is I've toned it down. In the sense of the fucks, bitches, and cunts. Like I've toned it down because I want to have a mix of entertainment but information at the same time. I don't want all the 12-year-olds watching me on YouTube because I'm saying all bad words.
Right.
Right.
I just feel like,
Oh, she said a bad word. She's so funny.
you need to be genuine. You need to be real. And I don't feel like you should kiss anybody's ass or agree to things that are not something that you believe in or stand by just for the sake of having 2 extra followers on Twitter that at the end of the day, I would trade in all 325 of my followers for just 2 good ones, honestly.
Damn.
She's about as real as it gets, I think.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's actually really,
I like it.
I like it a lot too. That's good words to live by as a podcaster or content creator, guys.
Connection.
I think that's probably the reason why I like podcasting so far. Like we were talking to Rim before you made it in, and he was asking how long we had been doing it.
Because I was on time. Yeah.
And he asked how long we had been doing it, and I told we started in February, and so we're new to the whole podcasting environment and everything like that. And I like to watch a lot of streamers, but I think I would rather I more enjoy podcasting than I would streaming because, you know, we get to sit here and talk shit about whatever we want, and you can't do that on Twitch. Like they have so much crap in their TOS.
Oh yeah, the new TOS for this month.
Rem actually has to start wearing a bra now. He can't be a booby streamer. He had to clean that shit up because Twitch was going to shut us down because he's a cam girl.
Damn.
I had to buy new shirts and everything. Tommy's.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that whole new TOS thing, but I definitely agree podcasting is the way to go. I mean, we've thinking about it, or we've thought about it for a long time, and now getting to do it, I mean, it's a really awesome experience, and you know, people get to know you as long as you're being real, and I feel like we're pretty real on this show, and we just kind of get to know the person behind the. Well, I mean, you guys don't have anything different. You guys are the same people, which is awesome. But
yeah, pretty much. The only thing it's just structured. It's more of it's still us, but it's just a structured little deal with the podcast. But you know, in terms of podcasting, I've been doing it over a year now. Belle, Sam, I don't know what to fucking call you on this show.
Don't call me late for dinner, fucker, because I ain't on that keto bullshit. So.
wow.
And there it is. But no, I've been doing it a little over a year now, and yeah, I definitely agree. Podcasting is something that once you get into it, it's almost addicting because
yeah,
it is for sure.
It kind of pushed me over after BlizzCon when we went, and either someone was talking to Sam about PWNCAST and was asking us about it, or they recognized us, and that was just kind of won me over because, like, if just one person were to talk to me about the show or say get feedback on it, I'm done. Like, as long as one person's listening, I'll talk my fucking head off and some bullshit. But you know, it's definitely a different community as well.
Yeah, that's our biggest goal. Like, I've never gotten to go. Like, I've played WoW now for 13 years, and I've never gotten to go to BlizzCon.
Ooh. Oh, you haven't gone yet at all?
I haven't been able to go.
Is this the story where you say that back in the days of vanilla, you had to walk to and from ICC with no shoes on in the snow?
I'm not one of those guys that misses vanilla. Don't worry.
Only 3 slots in your backpack and.
No, I don't miss that at all. Don't worry.
Wearing all whites because you couldn't afford greens. Is that?
I mean, they can't help saying they like keto. He's gonna say he can't. He's been a vanilla player.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
that was a good
Yeah,
one.
I enjoyed walking around with ammo and arrows in my inventory.
I do miss
It was
that.
great.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually at all.
I
No,
don't
I
miss that.
actually do. I do for my hunter. I miss having the ammo and all that and quiver. I still have the quivers on one of my hunters on an old realm.
Listen, nobody wants to go back to being a warlock hitting shit with sticks, okay? That wasn't
Yeah, I know.
fun for anyone.
true.
I don't know what classic people remember, but I've seen videos,
Yeah, it's
guys.
very-
I didn't play classic, but who would want to go back to that life? We have fucking running water, guys. Why would we go back to the Dark
Well,
Ages? Hello?
I didn't play warlock, so I'm
The only
fine.
time I'm going back to the Dark Ages is when Armageddon happens and we have no choice.
Well,
That's it.
If you're in PvP in vanilla, you have to play warrior or rogue, or you're out. Like, you can't beat those two classes as any other.
Rogues are my
Which
Yeah,
sucks.
paladins are just a blessing.
Rogues are my favorite of all times.
That's it.
I feel like that was sarcastic.
Yeah, you should look up the video World of Roguecraft balance. That's a great
My
video.
favorite thing to do is to point out people on Twitter that I know are rogue mains, and I'm never fucking wrong.
Well, okay, so let's do a little fun game here. What do you think I main, and what do you think Nathan mains as a class?
I would peg Nathan for a DK, but I don't really know enough about personality wise in certain situations because that's what you can
Right.
kind of tell what role they would be.
I would say Nate would be mage.
You think?
Man, they're so wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know your guys'
Yeah,
personalities
it's
yet,
not true.
so
You
He's
really
like-
gotta know
Yeah.
who they are. You both threw me off
He's
right
like
away
my-
with keto, so I'm not really sure.
Nathan's like my personal Sea-Doo, so he likes holy paladins, but he plays the healers.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
Holy Pally main though.
okay,
Yeah.
so then what are you? Warrior shaman?
Druid?
Who? Asen?
Asen, yeah. Or Sen
No.
or Asen? Yeah.
It's
So
Asen.
to me,
yeah.
it's Asen because I don't have the extra effort to give the vowel. Okay.
I don't give a fuck. You can call me Susan if that makes you happy.
Okay, Belly.
Oh. I'm gonna start.
So
calling
your
you
guess was
Rim, okay?
warrior. Your guess was
Rim job,
warrior
okay.
shaman.
I would probably
Yeah,
say warrior, too,
warrior
but
or
either that or a
shaman.
feral druid.
Damn, you guys. Yeah, I'm not. any
We
of
don't know you
those.
well enough to be able to guess that.
I mained mage for a long time, and now I main hunter.
But I knew
so-
that neither one
Bullshit,
of
I
you
had
were
it
rogues,
backwards.
so that's really my skill set is in
Yeah.
finding all the rogues. Whenever I'm at the grocery store and I see some douchebag being a dick to his wife, I know he's a fucking rogue main. Or I see a teenager throwing a fit because his mom won't pay his cell phone bill, so he's like having a fit in the middle of Walmart and he's freaking out because he
He's a
needs
DK.
these new fucking shirts or shoes or whatever it is he wants so he could be cool. I know he's a rogue main.
for sure.
No, the little kid is a
If
DK.
you are walking around the mall wearing a fucking fedora, you're a rogue main.
That's
Oh my
probably true.
God.
Yeah. All right. Well, usually at this point in the show, I would go to our random thought of the day segment where I share a random thought with you guys, and we talk about it. But I'm gonna do something special today because it's you guys. So I'm actually gonna turn the gauntlet on you guys,
Oh,
and I'm gonna steal your segment to do back at you guys. How do you feel about
Is
that?
it on WoW Trivia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
I know. I knew you'd say that. I was like, Belle is
Rem's
gonna.
totally gonna win that though.
Well, it's not. You guys are on a team in this one. So,
So if he wins, I win?
that's
Yes.
right. That's right.
no,
Oh, shit,
if,
we good.
If I answer more of the questions right, I can allow her to win too.
I'm gonna hop in your backpack, Rem. We going.
Well, you guys are gonna have to figure that out on who wins there. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We have a few questions here for you. So let me pull that shit up. I hope you guys studied. That's what you tell everybody,
Yeah.
right?
I do. You're right. Ow, you guys pay attention. Fuck. He's asked me questions I've asked previous people. I know all the Shaws.
Oh. One of the questions has something to do with that. Give me one sec.
I literally know all the Shaws. We got this.
Do you?
If all the questions are Shaw related,
No.
because yeah, we.
Yeah, all the questions are Shaw related.
to carry us, Ram, because
All right. So I'll just ask him. We don't even have to do a timer. You guys are
Yeah,
good.
that's fine.
All right. First question. Before Illidan became a demon hunter, what was his class?
he was a rogue main. Just kidding. Wasn't he a night elf?
That's not
His class, not his race.
I don't fucking know.
Do you know
What was he,
anything,
Rem?
Reb? Oh, God. He's probably looking it up right now.
Ram, you're failing us right now.
What
He
up,
has
Reb?
himself muted.
Oh god damn it! I was sitting there yelling it. He was learning how to become a druid, but Malfurion won it over.
Wrong.
Oh wait, no, mage.
Hold on.
He
We're
was-
going to do the wrong and right at the end.
Okay,
Okay.
so I got the very, very first one. He was learning how to become a druid, but he ended up becoming a mage.
Okay. Second question. Who was the first guardian of Tearsfall?
Aladai.
Question 3. Who are the original 5 Silver Hand?
Uther.
Bell's like, I don't fucking know.
Is this
Uther, Tyrion.
who the fuck is Silverhand? Strathholm?
Fuck.
No,
I
no,
don't remember all
the order of the
I
Silver Hand.
don't remember the paladins. All I remember is Uther and Tyrion at the second.
Okay. Question 4. What current Alliance settlement used to be known as Grand Hamlet?
Grand Hamlet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Warcraft 2 question. You should know this.
Yeah, I didn't play.
I haven't
anything.
played Warcraft 2 in forever. Grand Hamlet. I don't pass.
Moon
Okay.
over my hammy.
All right. Question 5. Who's the last living heir of Aerithor?
Last living heir. Living. Shit, that would used to be Lothar.
Right.
Last living heir. Would Kalia Menethil count? Because she's Princess of Lordran? Or
Oh no,
put
is
it
that
down.
your answer?
Is that your answer?
that's my final answer.
All right. Who assassinated Lane Rin?
That was Garona.
All right. What was the name of Kael'tha Sunstrider's sword?
Oh, that's Philo Malorn.
And what does it mean?
Fire.
It means sad. Hello.
Sad.
Doesn't Malor mean that sad?
sad fire.
Sad fire. All right. What 3 old gods have appeared as raid bosses?
Cthulhu, Yogg-Saron, and wait, 3.
Yeah.
Cthulhu, Yogg-Saron. Oh, and technically you're a Sarge.
Right. Yeah.
I just
Yep.
want you all to know, for the record, I knew all of those.
For sure.
Did
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. You're carrying
No, I
the
really
team
did.
right now.
That's not lying. I really knew all of those.
I mean, but he appeared as proxy through Garrosh, so
The only reason I knew those is because we had a conversation about Garrosh and Yasarj because of I was trying to figure out something in pre 7.3.5. I was trying to figure out a thing. So I went back into Siege of Orgrimmar and I had talked about how Yasarj was whispering during a phase in Siege of Orgrimmar, like whispering all this weird shit to you that basically made you very scared for your own life. And that's when I found out that Yasarj was an old god, because I didn't know that previously. And then I knew about Cthulhu.
he whispers stuff like your credit score is below 400.
Right. You're going to have 7 kids and 2 of them are going to grow to hate you. Like, that's literally things that were being whispered. So.
All right. What is Arthas's last name?
Menethil.
Okay.
I knew that also.
Yeah. Well, this next one is just for Belle. Who's the
Oh,
current?
God. Don't do
Who's the current Lich King?
There isn't a current Lich King, is there?
Yes, there is.
You skipped a few too.
Didn't we kill him, though?
No, he's the one that yells Tyrion, and then he becomes the new Lich King.
Yeah. In
He's
the
on
ICC
fire.
raid.
Like
He's on
Very
fire.
end of ICC.
like that bitch in Hunger Games.
Which one? There were several on fire in Hunger Games. I don't know.
Can I give a hint?
Sure. Go ahead. Go for it.
His name rhymes with Schmolvar Schmergenwagen.
That was special, Rem.
I mean, he was kind of right.
I don't know what do you need to be a Lich King? I have no idea.
Oh, you could be anybody. Just put on the fucking helmet.
But doesn't the Lich King control the Scourge?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's always a Lich King. Come on now.
How is there always a Lich King, though? Can somebody explain to me why?
Did you not watch the ending cinematic of ICC? I'm going to need you to watch
you
that
wanna
after
know
you're
why?
done with this.
Because I spent 2 hours in ICC getting fucking lost every 5 seconds. I didn't have time.
Oh man. All right. Next question. I'll go over the answers at the end. Who coined the term "Shaw of disappointment"?
Fucking
Oh, that was Bashir.
my dude Bajira was like confident too. He thought that was a real thing, and I was
I
like,
know.
I want to
That's
make that a
awesome.
real thing because I don't want to let you down. But like, nah.
All right. Last question. When is it acceptable to have tanks in PvP?
Never. It's never
Always.
fucking acceptable to have tanks in PvP, and I'm going to tell you why. Here's why you shouldn't
God,
have
here we go.
tanks.
You fucked it up.
Here's why you
There it
shouldn't have
goes.
tanks in PvP. I will admit that there may be instances occasionally, depending on the map, if you are in a rated group where you can use tanks to the manner in which they're supposed to be used and not used to irritate the fuck out of me in a random run. Here's the thing. Occasionally, you might need them as a flag carrier if you don't have a druid or you don't have a rogue that's quick, right? There's certain classes that just aren't meant to be flag carriers. Mages can ice block, that's great, but I would not give a mage a flag. I wouldn't give a warlock a flag, no offense to my own class, but we're not the fastest in the world. So those occasions where you don't have a fast class to take your flag where you need it to go, then I agree with using a warrior, maybe a paladin. I would try to stay away from DKs because I think they're useful sitting on your casters on the opposite team. However, there should never be a moment where I go to turn on the Arena Cup and I fucking see my dude, my very own dude, whom I love dearly, on his fucking prop paladin, and I'm like, wait, what? Officer Bean, what are you doing? This is not acceptable. Then all of a sudden there's fucking tanks everywhere. Everywhere. And
Well-
I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Why are my pros? These guys are my pros. They get paid to play this shit because they're better than me, right? Be better than me, then don't play a fucking tank.
Well, I mean, I play I PvP a lot as well, and I only do RBGs. I don't do arenas, so tanks don't really bother me because I think tanks are definitely useful in RBGs for flag carrying or certain objectives on like Deepwind Gorge. But
Flag
I agree
carrying in
with
the
you.
cart.
yeah,
That's it. I would not
Yeah.
have them. They don't belong in Temple. They don't belong in Silver Shard. They don't belong in
Oh,
a lot
man.
of other places.
a Guardian Druid on Silver Shard enrages me.
They don't belong fucking sitting the base at Waterworks. Because that honestly, like, get a
You know-
fucking, like get a clue.
Speaking of,
Situationally, yes, I can concede that there are times when you need them, but my frustration is not just the people that play them and the fact that my pros are breaking my heart by putting the shit in tournaments where they're getting paid thousands of dollars to win these tournaments and you fucking won as a tank. Get the hell out of here. Here's the thing. The problem isn't even that they're playing the tanks. The problem is Blizzard has made them viable. That is the real problem. The real problem is Blizzard went out on, when did they say this? They said this 8 or 9 months ago where they said, we want you, if you are a tank, we want you to have a good time in PvP. Well, I want you to fuck off. How about that? I think there should be
Jesus.
moments where there should not be a tank. Nobody wants to go against double blood DKs in an arena because I've done it and it fucking sucks. I went against double prot. It's awful. No, that's not a good time for anyone. So
Yeah.
I need Blizzard to stop making
speaking of
stop.
speaking of tanks at Waterworks, I actually did an RBG where I went against Swifty. And he was Prot Warrior, and he was left at Waterworks, and we ended up taking it from him because he's bad.
You know, it's a funny thing. I had this conversation about probably about a year ago where we were talking about relevance, right? That's another situation of irrelevance. Currently trying to be relevant really, really hard, and you can't be relevant, so we're going to stick you at water on your tank. But there was a time when God mode would have been what I would have described a said individual when it came to PvP, because he was breaking records, and that's what brought him where he is, right? He was breaking literal records, not,
Mhm.
you know, he was just getting some glory on the internet. Like, he was literally breaking records. He was part of that original group of people that was showing us a different level of gameplay and showing us that, okay, now we can start taking World of Warcraft seriously, because these were the guys that were doing it. It was, you know, the Bajiras and the Swifties, and these guys that weren't just saying it and getting high numbers on the ladders. These guys were shattering records across the board when it came to the classes that they played. The problem with that is age is a bitch, and when we start to get older, we become irrelevant. So we tend to coast off old achievements. So once we tend to coast off old achievements, that's when we get sad at bases.
So
Oh, yeah,
you're
I mean,
saying
I
like
wasn't-
2K rating in Wrath doesn't count
your
anymore?
2K rating in Kata is no longer valid. But there's stellar players though. We got a really good. We're in a unique time with World of Warcraft when it comes to PvP, because they're pushing the esports. And I've been telling people that a lot of people are like, I don't understand why they're spending so much time on the esports. It's really good that they are, because that's going to reflect and trickle down in game, because it's going to hold Blizzard to that standard publicly, because these pro players aren't going to put up with that shit, and they're not going to be able to silence the pro players because their audience is large. So I do think it will help keep Blizzard honest as far as making sure that the community's needs are being met when it comes to PvP. And now, because we have the MDI, which seems they're going full force, I think we're going to see them putting more into things like Mythic Dungeons and making that fun and fresh, and I think that's really smart.
Yeah. I mean, I when I was talking about Swifty, I wasn't like talking shit. He's a good guy. It was just fun. Like when I saw him, I had like a little fanboy moment, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Swifty!" And then we took the base, and I was like, "Hell yeah, we just took a base from Swifty."
Oh yeah, I wasn't saying he was a good guy at all. We're totally good on that front, because you definitely don't have to. I'm not offended, because I mean, yeah, stuff.
She don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't fuck with you.
He's,
He's missing a pinky. That's what.
So
it's all
full
about.
disclosure,
he doesn't have pink hair, which is already better. Like I'm already digging his vibe a little bit more than others. So I think you just have to choose the lesser of two evils when it comes to who you
it's
want.
funny. I pick up on that. I don't think you guys.
Who you want to take to prom? Either the pinky or the hair, right? You get a choice.
Oh God. All right. Well, let me go over the answers real quick for the gauntlet, and then
Can I get one more question though? Is there another extra
I'm
question?
so hung up on the fucking Grand Hamlet.
Sure.
God.
Wait, what? Extra question?
You said you skipped questions. I heard you.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. There's a few I accidentally skipped. So let's go ahead and finish those up then. What was Varian Rin's gladiator name?
Logosh.
All right. Where did Malfurion, Illidan, and Turan grow up at?
Tyrande, where are you?
Wait, who was it?
Malfurion, Illidan, and Tyrande.
Where do they grow up at?
Mm-hmm. I'll give you guys a hint. It's Belle's favorite zone in Legion.
No way. They grew up in Suramar?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And,
I think I knew that, because we went through the scenario with Illidan, and I remember seeing something about.
Well, did they grow up in Suramar or in Sinashari?
No, they were
wasn't
born in
Xanathar.
Lorithil. They were born in
Okay.
Lorithil and Valshara, but they grew up in Suramar.
My
Okay.
people.
I knew they were obviously they're around the Well of Eternity, but I didn't know it was actually in Suramar.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Suramar was like pretty much, if you want to think about it, Suramar's kind of like a suburb
It was like the
of
main-
Zin Asherai.
Yeah.
Or Zinashari.
It was the main temple for Elune and all that.
Right. All right. Who is Medivh's mother?
Eowyn.
Wow, you said that weird.
That's her name,
Eowyn.
Eowyn.
Awen? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I thought it was always Egwin.
Yeah, I
Like
said
you
Awen.
pronounce the G. Egwin.
I don't.
Rem's really good about correcting me when I think I have it right, and then he's really good about letting me know when I'm not pronouncing some of the names right.
I'm good at Warcraft names. She's good at IRL names.
Mhm.
All right.
So you
yeah,
don't
that-
pronounce the G.
I never have, but I.
That's how I've always
Okay.
said it.
I'm probably still going to say Aegwin.
Yeah, I
But-
would-
Yeah, probably.
All right. So that
sounds
was.
weirder. It's like Eggwin. Eggwin.
Yeah.
Like an egg is winning.
but it egg's delicious.
An egg is winning. that egg Medivh hatches out of. Oh shit!
Mind blown.
Whoa.
Fucking mind blown. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the answers. So Illidan was a mage before he became a demon hunter. He was trained to be a druid, but he was like, "Fuck that shit. That's stupid. My brother's doing that."
Yeah, that's
So-
why I was confused. Like he was learning to become a druid. I didn't realize. I forgot about the moon guard in between and stuff.
Yeah, the Moon Guard, the server, great.
Well, that's what they were.
Yeah, that's what they were
Right.
called.
the
Yeah. I
Highborn,
know.
yeah.
So you got the second question right. The first Guardian of Tears Fall was indeed Aladai. The original 5 Silverhand, you did get 2 of them, which was Uther and Tyrion. There's also
And then does Alonce's Fall technically count? Even though he
he's the
trained them?
creator of it.
Okay, yeah,
but he's not a
that's why I was
paladin.
confused. Okay.
So it's Uther, Tyrion, Tyralion, Gavinrad, and Dathrahan.
See, I wouldn't recognize the last 2. I didn't think about Tyralion, but I forgot about that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I typically forget the last 2 as well.
They're nobodies anyway.
Pretty
All
much.
right, so this is the question you had a question about, or that you were wondering about. Grand Hamlet, that was the name of Darkshire before Duskwood was corrupted.
Okay, I still have that Warcraft 2 disc. I'll have to fucking go through that because I don't remember that.
Yeah, like it's actually called Grand Hamlet, and the area that is Duskwood used to be called Southern Elwyn Forest. So
Okay.
that was a thing.
Well, damn, I'm slacking.
The last living heir of Erethdor is Deneth Trollbane. The Trollbanes were the last
Oh yeah,
airline.
he's still fucking kicking. Okay.
Yeah,
he's still
the
up.
Menethil line, you did have that kind of right with Menethil, but you were thinking of Lordaeron instead of Erethdor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Who assassinated Lane Rin? You guys got that right with Garona. I think Belle answered that one, right?
No, he said it before I did, but I
okay.
did know that it was Garona, but that's only
Okay.
because of the movie, so there's that.
Even though the movie butchered that so hard.
But I don't know the difference because
I don't even want to talk about it.
I know is what Rem tells me, so.
The name of Kel'Thas Sunstrider's sword is indeed Fella Malorn, and it does not mean sad fire.
I don't play mage, so
It means flame strike.
I think I was thinking of like Forlorn.
Forlorn.
Does Forlorn mean sad or like morose?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Forlorn doesn't mean sad?
well, I mean, Malorn kind of sounds like I don't know, melancholy.
Are you saying like the
Yes.
word forlorn or like a name?
Like the word forlorn,
Forlorn.
doesn't that mean sad?
I think so, yeah.
See?
I haven't ever used it. I don't use it.
I would
I'm
never- I would
foreign,
never
so
be
I don't know
like-
English
I
at
wouldn't
all.
text you and be like, yo, are you forlorn today?
I'm feeling pretty forlorn today,
I'm
Belle.
gonna
How are
use
you
that
feeling?
Twice this week on Twitter. Twice this week, that is my goal, to use that word on Twitter.
I'll be watching.
It
See what
has to be
happens.
relevant.
All right. 3 old gods that have appeared as raid bosses are Cthulhu, Yogg-Saron, and I always fuck this last one up. Yasharj.
Yasarj.
Yeah,
I
I
say
think
Yasharaj.
it's Yasarj,
Yasharj.
but even though it wasn't actually Yasarj, it was just Yasarj.
Yeah, it was by proxy.
Yasarj
Yeah.
speaking through the heart and the corruption that was happening in
So
Vale.
yeah, forlorn is pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely. So it's even
I'm gonna
worse
start
than
using it now.
sad.
Why do I know
it's
that
like a-
word?
Extra level of sad. I'm pretty sure there's a few items in WoW that have forlorn on them.
You might be right. That would be the only way.
I mean,
That's
that's
where I
how
learned.
that's how I learned my fucking vocabulary early on in
Oh,
school. It's Warcraft.
You don't even know how
Yep.
much Moonguard has helped my vocabulary.
Oh yeah, all you got to do is type something wrong in trade chat and they'll correct
Yeah.
you. So.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they'll-
that's bad.
Yeah, they'll jump on you. Varian Rin's gladiator name is Logash. So you got that right. Malfurion, Illidan, and Tyrande grew up in Suramar. Medivh's mother was Egwin or Awen or Egwin. I don't know.
Or
Egwin.
Or,
AEG wine.
or hey one.
Hey one. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey one.
Did you guys get the reference
Um,
at least?
Hey
No.
one. Hey one.
Right over
No.
my head.
Oh,
yep,
that hurts
same.
my feelings.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you forlorn now?
No, I don't. I haven't been forlorn in many years because I've been dead inside, so I don't actually have feelings.
Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, Arthur's last name is Menethil. That was pretty easy.
I only knew that because of Menethil Harbor. Hello? That's the only reason I knew that.
Yeah.
Wait,
the current Lich King is Bolvar 4 Dragon.
yeah, see?
How the fuck
Schmolvar
did your
Friggerflagen.
mumbling equal what he just said?
I said Scholvar Schmeggenschlagen.
It's pretty close.
Pretty close.
Crushed it.
I should have given the hint of like it's Arthur, like King Arthur's last name is his last name.
Oh, she'd actually probably know that because she loves
I do love
Merlin and all
I
that.
love all that stuff. King Arthur, and I'm actually a huge buff of all things nerdy like that.
Hell yeah. And then of course Bajira coined the term Shaw of Disappointment.
They should.
I laughed pretty hard.
I want to send that clip to Blizzard and see if Blizzard will put a tribute Shaw in there for.
Little like put a pet, call it the Shaw of Disappointment.
Shaw of Disappointment.
It was
That'd be funny.
amazing. I couldn't even. Pretty sure I peed.
And the last question, which was when is it acceptable to have tanks in PvP?
Always.
Always is the correct answer.
Hey Rem, how you feeling about those human Kulterans?
If they could not make him druids, I'd be good.
I mean, it's already a thing,
Let's-
but I just want to let you.
No,
Just
it's
I
fact.
just want
not.
to let you know that I was right. So,
Go fuck yourself.
dig that.
Hey guys, do you want to start have a new person on your show? Permanently? Just kidding.
Yeah, I think we just had an opening. No, I'm just kidding.
You're getting rid of me.
Yeah, Nathan. I'm sorry to let you go, buddy.
That's all right, buddy.
I'm just kidding. I couldn't do this without you. Don't leave me ever.
So much I want to say that's not appropriate for public. So.
Yeah,
It's all right.
it's okay. All right, guys. Well, I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. Coming on to the cold one with the boys. I wish you guys the best with the PWNCAST, and if you actually try to go into streaming, I hope you guys get whatever you want out of that. So if people wanted to watch you stream or listen to your podcast or anything like that, how can they do that?
Well, I mean, we get around, and not in like the herpes way. Well, maybe actually thinking about that.
I mean, we spread quicker than the herpes.
Right,
man.
and a pill and
Like,
cream less necessarily. Yeah, so now that I'm thinking about that, you can find us on the YouTubes under PWNCAST. We are on Twitter at the PWNCAST, and we are live Thursday nights at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 11 Eastern Standard Time on Twitch for the show. And then the schedule for when we stream is on there also.
only my days are correct. She doesn't know how to stream on the proper days, so
Whatever. Oh my God.
whatever. Tuesdays and Saturdays is when
Streams
I
are
stream
hard.
on the
I
PWNCAST.
can't pick my nose on stream, so that's why I don't like doing it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. On full
Sure you
disclosure, I
can.
can pick my nose
It's like 3
right now, and no
hours
one
of-
would even know. But now
Exactly.
you do
3
know.
hours of no picking your
Well,
nose is very uncomfortable for me. So
Some guys are really into that. So, you'll pick your nose and they'll be like, oh, $50 tip right there.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I'm not a
That'd be
sellout, but
the
I tell
shit.
you what, I'll pick my nose for some change.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
All right, guys.
I don't even know what a JPEG is.
Hey, thanks for having us, Scrubs and Casuals,
Yeah.
on your show. We were super honored that you asked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honored to
it
have
was-
you guys come along.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Please check us out on the Actions Per Minute Network at actionsperminute.net to check out our website. Email us at coldonepodcast@gmail.com if you want to contact us directly. Make sure and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, which is both at Cold One Podcast. That way you know when new episodes are up. We do now have a Discord up, so you can check that out at our website under the Meet the Team section. And you can come game with us and possibly some guests we've had on the show if they feel like, passing by and saying hi. And lastly, please go to your podcast apps and subscribe to the Cold One with the Boys. It'll help us out a lot. Thanks, guys, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Laters on the Menjay.
I knew he was going to say that.
Laters on the MJ. What the fuck?
Hello? I love you, man.
Yeah, he's
Jobin? Hello?
All right, see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Fucking end it. Come on.
Yeah.